About the wind. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about my own mental health journey, really.
Microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, when you hold it to your mouth.
So most people know me. How they know me is I'm probably the girl that was the victim that went on to build a company that became a Queen's Award-winning company. And I think that's what most people know. But they don't necessarily always know what goes on behind the scenes. They don't necessarily know what it can be like day in, day out. So I thought what I'd do for you today is just share with you a few pieces from my upcoming play, which is called I Can See What the Dark Looks Like. And it's called that because those of you that know, you know what it's like to have depression, what it's like to have crippling anxiety, what it's like to have to overcome each and every day. But the reason why I say I can see what the dark looks like is because 16 years ago I decided to start a company that would help people overcome and do it in ways which didn't always necessitate strong medication, although sometimes it's necessary, but enable people to reach out and touch, enable people to be immersed in art, enable people to understand their creativity. And at the time, I think it was really difficult for people to understand what I did. Now when you talk about art therapy, everybody knows what that is. But back then when we were like, I'm taking my carnival group out on the road, and they were like, they're all victims, but nobody knew what that meant. Nobody knew what a victim looked like because we were all rocking in a corner, right? So we went out on the road, we built costumes, walking members, big costumes. We hid people behind masks and we let them go and be who they would be if they didn't have to deal with their trauma. And then we grew. We decided it was time to reach out and see if we could train counsellors specifically to work with people, to understand. And what we did was we got together with a group of professionals who had also been victims, educators, psychiatrists, social workers, teachers, doctors, lawyers, all been victims, so we could change the perception of what a victim looked like. So when I say I can see what the dark looks like, it's because I can, and I know that no one can tell you who you can be, what you can do, what you can achieve. So I'm going to perform for you today a couple of pieces from way back when I first started doing what I was doing, because I feel like it's always important to know where you came from when you're looking forward to see what you're doing next. So this first piece, it's called Evolution, but it's spelled Eve of Luton. I'm a dust-coloured Eve at the dawn of a century. If you look into my eyes, you can see the whole of history. I bear the scars of a bygone age, caught in the raptures of mankind's rage. I carry the blood of all Earth's nations, the history of humans since the dawn of creation. Their memories in my mind, and their blood in their veins. Their memories in my soul, and in my heart, I know their names. I'm made accidentally beautiful by the blending of civilizations, the binding of cultures and the unions of nations. On the crown of my head I wear Saharan cane rays, designed by African elders a forgotten time ago. And if you look to my body, so feminine and lovely, yet strong and firm from the time I spent in slavery. I have a gentle smile of grace and wisdom to encourage the growth of a dying nation. And if you look to my cheeks, you can trace the whole of history. I am a living language written in beauty, and I am adorned in truth. And if you want to know my side, I will let you feel each passing century, each evolution of life, as you touch the place where history has touched me. Thank you. This second piece I'm going to share with you is called Silent Screams, but Can You Hear It Whisper? And actually I'm going to read this one. I'm not going to tell you too much about what this is actually specifically about. I feel because it takes place in an ethereal mind, and as much as though it's my words and I have written them and they are leaving my mouth, its meaning and its interpretation is going to be understood and interpreted by your ears and your mind. So it will speak to you in the way that it needs to speak to you.